All right, all right, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. It's been another week, and time has passed. Gotten a little older, a little wiser, and on the ground there is my sweet little doggy named Sugar. Yeah, so I have all my liquids here. Got my microphone. I have my computer in my trusty apartment, and I want to talk about some writing today. So, I was able to finish the 8th draft of my novel, which is currently titled By the Neck. Open to suggestions. But I like that one so far. It's pretty good. And let's see what else. Oh, so now that I've kind of been able to put a pin in the novel, not meaning that I'm done, but meaning that I'm going to send it off to friends to read, to get some distance with it. Because, you can only read something for the first time. And especially after 8 drafts of something, you get to be really close to it. So, how do you separate yourself? How do you figure out how to, uh, you know, how do you figure out how to distance yourself? Well, while you can't totally ever really do it, time is good. Um, almost like maybe 3 months could be the time period. I'm a little eager to get it done. I've already kind of done this, like distance myself from the novel, read it again. It feels like a different person wrote it, a different set of ideals, and feels like somebody that I used to know. And there are things that I can't believe I wrote and I was so proud of. And there were some other things that I wrote that I thought, was what was I trying to get away with? Who is this person? So with that, trusted friends, allies, other readers being able to read something for you, give you their firsthand account. Also, thanks for joining me on the Vertical Live. How's it going out there? What are you up to today? Whoops. What are you up to today? I'd love to know who I'm talking to. Pleasure to have you here. I wonder why you stopped by if you were just scrolling infinitely through the YouTube's uh, live vertical algorithm and just landed here. That's cool too. Either way, I'm happy to have you. If you want, you could always check out um, the horizontal stream if that's your bag. I'm on Twitch and YouTube Live. You can click around up there on the name for links. But what I like to do is I like to write live online, host a digital writer's room, talk about the things that I've been doing. Like I said, just got through a first novel, which, by the way, is about a true account of an Elizabethan executioner. This man was a criminal sentenced to death, and in order to escape his own death sentence, he became the Queen's executioner, only to have to put to death the very man who appointed him. It's called By the Neck, and I hope you like it. I'm going to try and do some reads of it online, if that's something that you guys are ever interested in. Also, Darth Booch. Hey, how's it going, Darth? What are you up to today? I know I'm streaming a little later than I usually do. It's kind of been the new norm with the new job. Been getting home a little later, but I still wanted to keep it Tuesdays. But how have you been? I'm so glad you got to hop on and say hello. And Vivian. Hey, Viv. It's good to see you. What are you doing on your side of the world? Kurt. Hey, Kurt, I mean, if you don't mind, Kurt, I don't want to be too specific, but recently underwent some some medical issues. I won't say what they are, but I just want to send Darth Booch, Kurt, some love out there. Everybody, I think you just kind of close your eyes, think positive energy for Darth Booch, and we're just sending you really good healing vibes. Darth Booch, Kurt is a wonderful human being who deserves it. So, thanks. Of course, of course. How have you been, Kurt? What's up? And you don't have to be, too specific online uh with whatever you want to share, but it's always just great to hear from you. Kurt used to um sit next to me while I streamed in like one of these public spaces that kind of come with an apartment like this. And it was always a joy to have them. Luna and Noxie, hello. What's your favorite song? Oh my goodness. It's like saying what's your favorite child, right? There's so many wonderful songs that mean so many things at different points in my life. It's really tough to narrow down Luna and Noxie. But here's what I will say. I'll give you this answer. Um, the first song that I got addicted to hearing and put on repeat over and over again as a kid was was Walking on Broken Glass by Annie Lennox. So there, you have an answer. You have an answer. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my favorite song has yet to be written. Darth Booth, I miss being in your background. Me too. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you know what? Um, Darth, you're a close friend, so I could always just send you an advanced copy. I could send you the draft that it's on right now if you want to have a little read. Vivian says, wow, it's cool that you write and helping people understand what writing is and helps do you right. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, I really enjoy all things writing. And I've said this, no problem. Hey, Darth Boot was saying he's getting some ads on Twitch. If you want, I'm gonna give you the YouTube link, and you can watch ad free. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. There you go. Just in case, it's all the same. But I tell people that writing is wonderful for so many reasons, and you don't have to be striving to be an author to reap the benefits of what it means to write. You can journal, you can make lists, you can write poetry, your own song lyrics. There's something about the manual expression of trying to get a feeling out on paper. And oftentimes, whenever I meet somebody who is just starting their journey writing, I find that people have an overwhelming feeling that they're trying to express, that they want other people to feel in order to feel that they can connect to somebody else. Do you feel this way too? Or I want to try and make you feel the same way I do, so I'm not so alone. And this is my story, or this is what I'm attempting to write. And I think the beginning of those feelings are a journal entry, but then you start to apply craft to it, and then it becomes a story. And here we try to understand where people are, meet them where they're at, and help them like work through whatever stage of writing they're in. I've read people's fan fiction out loud here. Um, I do have a Discord that you can always join if you want. I believe there's some links available. I've read people's poetry. I've read people's screenplays. I've read screenwriters' creative pitch decks, a visual story, a slideshow, if you will. Vivian, that's really cool. I used to write poetry. That's fantastic, Viv. If you ever want to share, please. Happy to see it. Also, you say used to write. It's just been a while since you have. I think once you've written poetry, you are a poet, and now it's just there's a either a small or a large gap of time between works. So there you go. Even if you're not intending to write poetry in the near future, just gonna call you a poet because you've done it and you've tried. And it reminds me of I can't remember where I saw this. Maybe a PBS special. I forget. Maybe a YouTube clip. Hey, it's probably where it actually happened. But have you ever had the moment of walking into a museum and seeing a piece of abstract art, maybe like a Jackson Pollock or just some geometric patterns on a canvas and thinking, wow, I could do that. My kid could do that. Well, uh, really, maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. We think we can do stuff all the time. We see athletes make a sport look easy when it's not. But here's what I will say: uh, there is a dividing line between the people who think, "Well, I could do that," and the people who actually do. So, if you've ever had a moment where you sat down and actually thought out a poem, thought out a song lyric, thought out a story, and decided to tell it or share it or write it down, um, you've taken a step further than over half of the population at large. So, congratulations. It takes a while, really, uh, to get good, to understand like the amateur, I'm not going to say mistakes, but traps maybe that we fall into when we first start something. But once you kind of get past those, once you like understand the foundation of the rules of dramatic storytelling, you really open yourself up to a whole world of exploration. Once you understand like the nature of what it means to have a story, have a beginning and have a middle and have an end, um, the world is your oyster. And if you don't have a favorite author, or if you haven't read anything really wonderful recently, sometimes being a writer is is actually just being a fan of other writers, absorbing their structure, absorbing their lexicon, their narrative voice, and letting your own take, letting your own voice and narrative structure and concept of story take shape with it. Vivian, you're almost at 100 subscribers. I subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Fantastic. Well, triple digits. That is pretty cool, I must say. I don't know that anything happens, but hey, I'm super, super excited. A nice 100 reminds me of like a great grade in school. And I have that good student complex, right? I want to I want to make that A. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was wondering, what am I going to do with my time? I got to the through the eighth draft of the novel. I want to set it aside. Normally, I would do some novel editing live. I'd host the digital writers room live. But I'm also thinking about revisiting some short stories on here. I'm thinking about unveiling maybe my next narrative work that I want to tackle. What are you going to do when I hit 100 subs? I don't know. Do you have any suggestions for me? I've never hit 100 subs before. What do other people do? I'll celebrate. I'll do a little dance. I'll get my dog, Sugar, and put her on camera. She's super sweet and people really love her. She's a 5 pound. I'm sorry, not 5 pound, not a 5 pounder. She is a 5-year-old Boston Terrier, 20 pounder, actually, um, depending on how many snacks she's had today, which are a handful. Isn't that right, baby girl? Yeah. So, tell you what, if I get to 100 subs, me and Sugar will do a little dance uh, today. Although, I gotta say, Viv, I just refreshed my YouTube page. I think I'm at 89, not 99. But hey, if we can get there over the course of one stream, that would be really cool. Hey, and I see like what 9 viewers. Hey, cool, nice to see you. I'm Derek. I'm a writer. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. We have a new goal now to try and get to 100 subs. No pressure, though. So I was thinking about this, maybe sharing like my next short story. I mean, I'm sorry, not short story, but my next narrative idea. Um, so the last thing I wrote was a historical fiction period piece. I think I'd like to do something a little sci-fi. Um, this go around. Hey, Michael Haynes, how's it going? You should show your hard work. Well, I will. I will. I think whenever I get everything, when all the ducks are in a row, whenever I get my final set of notes, Viv, I'm going to ask a dear friend of mine who is an artist to maybe draw up a cover to said book, get it all formatted, and also I was thinking about doing some author reads, like maybe reading a chapter at a time, releasing them on YouTube so you can hear them from the person who wrote them. It's 44 chapters, but I think it's a snappy read, very succinct. My goal was to let myself be influenced by Charles Portis, who wrote True Grit, a really wonderful, moving novel. It's been turned into 2 movies that I'm aware of. And uh and something along the lines of maybe like a Da Vinci Code, where it's really short, fulfilling chapters, a propulsive read that feels like an action adventure thriller. Every word serves a purpose. There's an economy of words. We don't live in the environment and world build too long, just enough for you to get a taste of Elizabethan England, and then we move forward with the plot kind of a situation. Yeah, 44 chapters, about somewhere around like 290 to 300 pages. Uh, but yeah, and what's funny is I kind of started that process in reverse. I wrote it as a screenplay first. So it was a 120-page screenplay. And at the end of it, I just felt like I wasn't done with the story. And that is kind of one of the limitations of screenplay writing. There is an attention span your viewing audience has. And it's usually between 90 and 120 minutes, which is why movies last somewhere between 90 and 120 minutes. There was recently a Chris Pratt movie where he has to like use a brain scanner memory machine to prove that he is innocent of a crime, and he has 90 minutes to do it. I was like, well, they chose 90 minutes because a movie is 90 minutes long and they're trying to do it in real time. They didn't choose 90 minutes for any for clearly any other reason than that. So it is like very transparent once you see it. 90 to 120 minutes, obviously. It's the rule, not the exception. Um, but with all that being said, you try and make a screenplay fit between these very narrow boundaries that producers and studios want to see to make it's your ability to make something producible. So where people can say, "Ooh, I could film that," and my screenplay was not that. We can't really shoot in Elizabethan England and set a bunch of stuff in castles for a low budget. Um, so, with all of that being said, I felt like, well, I really am in love with the story, and I don't feel like I'm doing it justice. And I really want to keep going. I want to keep doing my research. I want to add depth to all of these characters. Um, and I think the story is telling me that it belongs in a prose narrative format. Michael Haynes, I have to go now, but I hope you're having an awesome day. Hey, Michael, I hope you have an awesome day too. Thanks for all the positivity. I appreciate you. Vivian, oh my God, that's awesome. No, you're awesome. How do you come up with the ideas for your writing? Well, I think maybe I'm speaking just for myself here. Please let me know. But I feel like we all have a notes app in our phone where we see something happen, think of a joke, or maybe even like a line of dialogue, and it all kind of stacks up. And eventually you realize you have like millions of ideas, tiny little thoughts that are interesting to you. But out of those thousands of notes apps, one thing ends up sticking in your brain. The thing that comes back to you when you're trying to go to sleep or are in the shower or you're working out and you're not distracted by your phone, right? And you let your mind wander and your mind starts telling you the story and reminding you of what you find interesting by it. And as a writer who practices being a writer on a nearly daily basis, um, it's like anything else. Once you get to the major leagues, you don't stop going to practice, right? So even if I've finished a novel, I don't stop writing. If I have one idea and I'm satisfied with it, I don't try and stop having ideas. Eventually, there is just one thing that emotionally resonates with you. And the longer that you ruminate on ideas and decide what you're going to write, the clearer the story becomes, right? When you take a step back and look at your life, you realize that you have a finite amount of time. We don't really know how much time we get, but we do know that it's limited because we're not immortal, and it takes a long time to write something. This particular story uh, took me years to realize what form it needed to be in. Uh, Whenever I found this story, I thought, oh, nobody's going to be interested in Elizabethan England and historical fiction. So what if I try and set it in the future and just copy all of the plot points? And that was a terrible idea. And I was like, okay, well, let me just set it in the present day because that way it's not as huge of a swing as sci-fi. And even in the present day, we don't have the nomenclature or the culture that existed to let a role such as a public executioner exist like it did in the 1600s. And so the story told me, hey, this needs to be set in the time in which it occurred. And I abided by it. I did it in screenplay form. It won some awards, but didn't really go anywhere after that. And so it led me to prose. I personally have an online catalog of all of my writing ideas, stories that I've ranked on a system of 1 to 10. Uh, where I'm at in the story. Is it a seed of an idea? Is it sprouting? Do I have an outline? Do I have a rough draft? Is it finished and filed away? So whenever it comes time to write something, I have to reflect on a couple things. Is is what I want to write a result of recency bias? Do I like it because it's the idea that I just had? Or is this an idea that I feel has a lot of juice, has a lot of legs, that I feel compelled to write right now, not just because of um, a sense of urgency, but because of a sense of emotional resonance? I feel like I can tell this story, right? Um, so, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Wow, never realized that. When do you end your stream? Well, I don't really know. Honestly, you're kind of catching me in a weird point. I used to stream every Tuesday from noon to 5 Pacific Coast time, but after my job switched up hours, I've been getting home later and now I've been streaming somewhere from like 5 to 7:30, 8:30 Pacific Coast time, Pacific Standard Time. I'm out here in Los Angeles, FYI. But I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it out, to be honest. Thanks for the emojis. I appreciate you, Viv. Let's see. Okay, so the reason that I know what I want to write next is because while I was writing this particular story about this 16th century executioner, is because, oh, thank you, Viv. I hope you have a good day too. I appreciate you. Well, thank you for stopping by and thank you for the sub. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And have a great day. Uh, is because while I was getting ideas for other stories and cataloging and archiving even older story ideas, over the course of months, this is the one I've been most excited to get into. Um, it's consistently risen to the peak of my interest. I still think about it whenever I'm in the shower or walking the dog. I still have ideas for scenes and how to make my idea better, and I've only really started outlining. So, uh, so that's how I know. So maybe I'll do that. I'll just kind of open it up here. I'll show some of the work. I'll show some of the early work. So if anybody else is interested in writing, I'd love to just kind of show you the sloppiness of vomiting an idea out onto a file and then, taking this melty, oddly shaped clay and starting to push it into a shape that resembles something familiar yet surprising. So, if you are on YouTube Vertical Live, sorry you won't be able to see the work screen. However, if you ever want to check out uh, the work and actually see what it looks like, feel free to click on the name. I have links to my Twitch and my YouTube Live. And I'll go ahead and show you my freeform. Try. Been listening to a lot of Joe lately. Somebody asked me about my favorite song. I can't tell you that it's my favorite song, but I will tell you Potion, I believe, by Joe has been stuck in my head for like a day or two now. Where is it? Here we go. Hiding behind. Okay. Okay. So, how do I do this? Go in PDF. That'll be cleaner. I'll show you a PDF of an outline, just a smattering of ideas that are looking for cohesion. And preview. I would love to have want to have something a little more interesting in layout, but it is what it is. Okay. So, here we go. 36 pages of basically ideas. I tried to I even had like some lines, right? That I wanted to just get out of my head. Rarely are the first lines of dialogue that I come up with for a story uh dialogue that is going to stay, but it helps me move forward with an idea if I know that it is written down somewhere, but doesn't have to exist in the actual work. Sorry, I'm gonna restart my YouTube vertical live stream. All right. So this is let's just kind of like cruise through, right? I don't want this to be too heavy. 36 pages of even outline feels like I'm reading a small book to you, and I am I'm not interested in doing that to you. But somewhere on here, I wonder if I have a log line. No results found. That's very unlikely. Unlike me, usually I like to come up with a log line, which is just a brief elevator pitch sentence that I can say in, oh geez, I don't know, 10 seconds or less that kind of hooks you into the story. This is about um, a combination of man removing the fail safes. Let's see. You know what? Maybe the writer's exercise I can do right now for you would be to come up with a log line because nobody's interested in a story that you don't know anything about. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna I'm gonna be a writer here and do some work for you and let you see it. Is that cool with everybody? Big work. Let's let's do my text edit. I'll just put it on here for now. Okay, transition. Okay. Yes. The blank page. How fun. Dun dun dun. Right now it's tentatively called The Judge, but I don't like that title. I just gotta call it something. You gotta label your files something. Am I right? So The Judge. Let's see. I modeled a couple of scientists as the protagonists. They're kind of thematic to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Four government defense scientists. Whoops. Looks like I don't know how to write. And write out for. Let's see. What do they do? They four government defense scientists. Um, combine nuclear weaponry with advanced AI. Well, I'm a big proponent of doing something stupid and messy at first. Launch it to space. as the ultimate government surveillance system. When they catch wind of a lot of use of government here, governments, and to use it maliciously, they remove all the fail safes and essentially create an powerful god that is to create peace on earth through any means necessary. Right. So it's basically this needs a lot of work. Yo, Mia. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot. Um, thank you. Welcome. How did you find me? Are you a writer, or are you just kind of scrolling through YouTube? Tell me what's up with your life. I'm a writer. I'm kind of writing live right now. If you ever want to see what I'm writing here, you can always check out my links to my YouTube and Twitch. Let's see. Ali, what's up? Ali Akbar Abdullah. Oh, you're in Pakistan. Thanks for stopping in on the stream. That means a lot. You're so far away. How are you? And also, Ali Akbar Abdullah, do you write? Are you a writer? But also, hello. This needs to be condensed down. So here's what we know that every single log line needs. We need our flawed characters. We need an inciting incident. We need an obstacle to overcome, and stakes, meaning what happens if the character don't what happens if the characters don't overcome their obstacle. That's at the heart of every single log line. Maybe I could try and do it for some classic movies so you guys understand what I'm talking about. But like Jaws would be a sheriff who is scared of getting in the water, is forced to hunt down a shark. No, I'm sorry. A, a, a sheriff who is scared of water. Um, yeah, I guess must hunt down a shark after the inciting incident, which is a series of attacks on his local beach, before uh, the shark kills another person, before the town of Amity closes its beaches down for good. Let me see. Yo, play Free Fire. I am Pakistan. Yo, play Free Fire. Um, I do appreciate that you're Pakistani. I don't know what you mean by yo play Free Fire. You play Free Fire. Um, but I'm just glad that you're here, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for joining the YouTube live. Uh, Kadik Kadi Kadikwia Kadikwia Epul 123 is also a student. You're a student. Hey, that's cool. What are you studying? Atharva? This. This. I don't know what that symbol means. Can you tell me? Hassan? Hi, Hassan. People. Oh man, it's so small on my phone. I see that you have an emoji there too. But hi, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Something, question to talk. Maybe? I don't, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I'm kind of bad at this. Maybe you? Hmm. We'll figure it out, Kadik. We'll figure it out. But either way, thanks for being here. And also be sure to like and subscribe if you want to. I'll tell you a little about me. My name is Derek. I'm a writer. I live in Los Angeles, California. And right now I am taking people through my writing. I just finished the eighth draft of a historical fiction novel called By the Neck. I'm letting it rest. I'm letting people read it so I can get some notes back, but I'm on the cusp of kind of wrapping that up. I feel good about it. And in the meantime, I was just kind of taking people through the thought process of uh, my next endeavor, my next book. By the party. Look, I understand party. I'll show you party. Can we show YouTube how we party? This is my dog Sugar, and we like to party. Isn't that right, Sugar? Thank you. See? I just got a kiss in my party. Thank you. Hassan, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you ever want to, like I said, like and subscribe just for like updates whenever I release it. I'd love to share it with people. I've been working really hard on it for quite some time. It's a it's a it's based on a true story. It is about a man a criminal who was sentenced to death, and in order to escape his own death sentence, becomes Queen Elizabeth's royal executioner. And one of the major twists that actually occurred in history is that he had to execute the very man who appointed him to the position. Really, really cool. Not for the real people involved, but from a story perspective. Ali Akbar Abdullah, S2I, which is my country. I am from the United States. I live in California, in Los Angeles, California. Thanks, Hassan. I appreciate that. I thought it was really interesting too, and ended up being one of those stories that I just couldn't get out of my head until I put it down in book form. It just happened that way. Just the writer inside of me, I guess. Let me check the chat and see what's going on. Let's see. YouTube is good. Darth Booch says, "Oh, okay. I've been lurking while you went with me to the grocery store a lifetime ago. I wrote about a trip I made to Russia. In today's media, it would be a travel blog. I think it might be time to do this again, but with your cancer. Think Carl Hassan and heavy on the dark humor. You know, Darth Booch, some of my favorite authors are essayists. I think about when you say dark humor, I think about how would David Sedaris write about a trip to Russia. And I think that's really interesting, especially because I know you personally and I know that you are an American. Just having a culture shock on the with a what do you call it? Um, what do you call it? Whenever you have a scare like you have a tendency to be reminded of your own mortality. It almost shocks you back into a heightened, grounded awareness of reality. It's something that I feel like makes a lot of stand-up comedians, in particular, um, really stand out. Heightened perspective, very opinionated point of view on an experience that would surprise the audience. I think that's a good idea, honestly. If you're still there, I hope you're still there. Let's see. Okay, so let's keep doing this. If you guys are interested, be sure you get to pop over to the YouTube live channel. You can actually see me doing the work. Be sure to hop on over to Twitch. You can see me doing the work. However, if you go to Twitch, there will be ads, so I just warned you. And let's talk about how we would pitch this new novel concept in one sentence. Uh, whoops. So let's see. Oh, am I not typing on this? Okay. So, like I said, we have flawed characters, but we have this ensemble. So that's why I'm kind of addressing them as a team. But what's flawed about them? They're I don't want to say disloyal. Here's why. We want to talk positive about our protagonists. They see themselves as the heroes. I actually see them as the hero. So, the first thing I might do would be to Darth Booch got to run. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I know you're busy, and man, I hope you get real. I hope you get better real fast. And I'm just a building away. So I hope I see you real soon. And have a good one, Kurt. Um. Okay, so what I might do is I just might type into Google a positive way to say disloyal. Independent, non-traditional, evolving. Independent has a focus on, I don't know. Independent to me feels like free, you're self-determined, you have agency. Reevaluative. Now, while reevaluative might be closer, it's not a great word to use in a pitch. So these reevaluative scientists, and like I've already lost you and have got what, 2 or 3 words in. Shalimar just went worldwide on the shorts. Love it. Oh, that's fantastic. Shalimar, what are you up to? And also, remind me, what side of the world are you on? It's a pleasure to have you here, by the way. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, be sure to hop on over to Twitch or YouTube Live, especially YouTube if you want to watch ad-free, to see how we're like crafting this. Pardon me. Hope that didn't kill anybody's ears. Let's see. So, like, who's the antagonist? Would be my question because I kind of have two. Like, the government instigates. Um, let me see. Sorry, I was also texting. Hey, that girl, Layla. Oh, that's funny. Hello, how you doing? Please sing. Oh, trust me, Chantel speaks. You would pay me not to sing. And that is the truth. Um, yeah. I mean, do I look like a singer? I couldn't do it. I couldn't. But thank you for your vote of confidence. I appreciate you thinking that I can. Let's see. How about, because we have two antagonists, so part of me is thinking, how do I put this? Well, so what is everybody's flaws? It's, let's say, a corrupt government. Hey, hey, sign of the times. Um, okay, well, sometimes writing, by the way, is just silent thinking. Corrupt government forces for, makes it sound like when a corrupt government's actions, maybe Chantel speaks, please sing, please, thank you. One, you are not the only one on here, and I'm so sorry. I wouldn't even know what to sing if I could. You subscribed and you want, okay, well, you know, what can I sing? Oh, you know what I can do? I can do a mean Kermit the Frog singing Rainbow Connection. I can do that for you. Ready? You ready? Here we go. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? How about that? There's a few bars for you. Don't say I didn't do it. A corrupt government's actions persuade or defense scientists to strip the failsafes from a nuclear armed orbital AI to stop from weaponizing it? Maybe something like that? Viv's back. Nice. Excellent. Shalimar, you like that? I don't know what you liked. I don't know if you like the log line work or the Kermit the Frog. I have a feeling I know which one is a little bit more interesting. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm losing light, y'all. I'm losing light. Let me turn on something. Oh, Jesus. It's bright. It is really bright. There we go. Maybe a little less. Ooh. Is that better? I think that's better. All right. To stop from weaponizing it. Stop from weaponizing. Maybe that's it. When a corrupt. Oh, well, I say when. So I can shorten it to this, but if I really did go back and say when, just for you guys to know. The win sets up the obstacle, right? So what's at stake? What happens? I mean, a lot of things happen, but the true meta version of what happens is I'm picturing it as like a I mean, this is crazy. I'm picturing it as like a 3-book series, which might be too ambitious, but it from weaponizing it, it or not. I can't do it after an M dash, but to like it. I'll just say igniting a centuries long. I think it's probably hyphened. Centuries long war between humanity and the maybe I'll put nuclear powered here. God now ruling them in the name of peace. Or even I like the idea of like this AI has its own definition of peace that we have to abide by. So it could be when a corrupt government forces for defense scientists to go rogue, they give a nuclear armed AI satellite the power of God. Now, or, hmm, generations later, their descendants must unite with the same government to kill it. Generations. Maybe something like that. Wesley, hey. What's the stream about? What's the stream about? What is the stream about? I'll tell you, we're writing right now. If you want to see what I am writing, feel free to click on the name above and check out the Twitch, YouTube, join the chat. On the YouTube live channel, just FYI, that is ad-free if you don't want commercial interruptions. But I was just telling people about the novel that I finished and about the novel that I am starting and kind of what the starting process looks like. I pulled up some old notes and I realized that I had to kind of tell people what this story was about. And in all of my ramblings and all of my notes, like 36 pages of kind of outlining this idea, I never turned it into a cohesive logline pitch, which I normally always do. But I'm kind of showing you guys the messy underside of what the beginnings of an idea look like and all of these things that I probably will throw away and dialogue ideas that I had that probably won't make the cut and just kind of sharing like the messy underside so you can see that uh that we don't just kind of write perfectly the first time. It all comes down to how we rewrite things. I'm a big advocate of getting the sloppy draft out of your head and onto paper. I think you can't rewrite a blank page. You can't edit a blank page. And so I just kind of like to remove that barrier, be vulnerable with my own amateurish beginning stages of work in hopes that you realize, like, oh, I can do that too. I can be that bad. And realize that uh, normally everything that we read is the finished, polished version of something that's gone through the machine 30 to 70 times and passed through focus groups and a bunch of different eyes and readers and editors. And as long as we, keep empowering ourselves to write and tell our stories as opposed to getting down on ourselves about not being able to nail it the first time. I think we've done our job on this stream in particular. That's kind of what the stream is about. So, feel free if you're a writer too, or if not, sometimes stuff is just good to learn about um, just for everyday life purposes. Let's mess up. Let's be vulnerable and make the mistakes and realize that the people who are too scared to make a mistake are the people who don't evolve. I think obviously with a big online culture where we film everything and we have a huge online presence, vulnerability is kind of real vulnerability is in short supply. Honesty, authenticity is in short supply. And this is just kind of the way that I have always done it. I'm not embarrassed to show it, and I'm not embarrassed to be bad online for all of eternity, because life's too short for that. And hopefully that, empowers other people. You don't have to do your work badly online. um, but I think we have to be open about where we are, learn, and realize that we're just learning, that we're all learning. That's where I'm at. Okay. Now, with that being said, we have a couple cool log lines. Oh, maybe I didn't, let me refresh this. Maybe you guys can't see this. Do I need to scroll up a little bit? I need to scroll up. I didn't realize. Hey, Mookie! Yeah, Mondo can sing, yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me scroll up on this so everybody can see what's up. So you can see some of the log lines that we came up with. I think, honestly, the shortest one should be the best one when it comes to just being clear, like how succinct can we get it? Mookie MC says, do the scientists go rogue on orders from the government or in spite of the government? Thank you, Mookie. That's a great question. This is kind of why I like working online. It is in spite of the government. Part of me was thinking like, man, I hope some government defense contractors read this book and realize that it's not the people with the power and the money, it's the people with the skill and the expertise who can make weapons that malfunction, don't work, that can really, really and truly like change the tide of war. These billionaire, corrupt puppet politicians, they're weak and they're cowards. And their go-to defense mechanism is fear, fear-mongering, violence. It takes no character to do what they do. You could see it how the U.S. government is being led today. It takes a tremendous amount of integrity and character to strive for peace, to realize that life is a marathon, not a sprint, that our instincts aren't always right, to be thoughtful, to be empathetic. And just like anything else, the result of harder work is always almost more satisfying than the result of instant gratification. So, with that being said, yes, in spite of, and maybe I'll add that to a log line. I like that I can throw that out there and we can find something. Instead of this persuade. Maybe I'll just move it to the front of spite of a corrupt government's orders for defense scientists. Strip the failsafes. Oh, I like that better. Mook, you just made it better. This is why you work. This is why you work in the papers. You make things better. Also, Mook, how have you been, huh? Jeez Louise. I know it's like always like a week between us chatting, but it feels like a lifetime. It feels like I haven't been on in years. Bliss, hi. Vivian, everyone subscribe. Yes, please do if you are so inclined. I appreciate you being here, and you know, I know there's a lot of people online. I am trying to do something positive and creative here. I do think that's worth supporting, but hey, it's also your algorithm. You have agency. I just want to say that if you decided to, I'd appreciate it. And if not, I don't appreciate you any less. I just appreciate you giving me some of your time here. And for anybody who's new on the YouTube vertical live stream, I'm Derek. I'm a writer out here in Los Angeles, California, and we're just talking writing stuff. And if you ever want to see the stuff that I'm writing, literally, I have the cool blank white page. Let's say blank, but the work on screen being showed on Twitch and YouTube Live. Mookie says he's doing groovy. Always good to see you. Yeah. Hey, Mookie works in the papers, in the news business, and I always I always think about what life must be like because the news cycle today is crazy. And I know that, and I learned through Mookie that whenever you have a budget meeting at a newspaper, it's not always actually about money, uh, about the newspaper's budget. It's about the economy of space on the page and how much attention they're going to allocate to each story. Correct me if I'm wrong in saying that, Mook, but I think about all the crazy headlines I see every morning, and I wonder how do you fit that all in one edition of a newspaper? It's insane. It's insane. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and ban this guy. Gotta ban. Wow. It's the first time I banned a bot that wasn't Streamboo. I'm really diversifying out here. Mookie MC says the news cycle is forever and constant. Truer words were never spoken, Mook. It is relentless and draining. My gosh. But it's so good to have you here. Mook, catch me up on your life, without giving away too much of your personal information online. But I always like hearing from you. What's going on? And for everybody on the YouTube vertical live stream, just real quick, I'm going to stop and then I'm going to start it over again real fast. Just a technical thing. So sorry. I'll be right back. All right. All right. There we go. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Perfect. Let's see. Mookie says, oh, still news cycle is forever and constant. Okay, well, now that we know what this is about, I'm going to take my log lines. Wait, what did I say? Oh, wait, I had this cool little M dash there that I forgot to put in here, weaponizing it. This is pretty good. It's kind of, I wonder if I couldn't get the text down a bit. Feels like using the M dash is almost like cheating sometimes, but hey, it existed before AI. It kind of got a stigma with AI, but it's a useful tool. I'm gonna switch back to my document, and I'm going to add my log line to the top of it. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Pages. Is it under? Here it goes. Okay. Oh, darn, it's in PDF form. Can't edit it. That's okay. I'll I'll do it the old-fashioned way. In my pages outline. I had this kind of vision for it based on three things, really. I had decided that an inspiration was going to be the movie Failsafe, which is really an interesting movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. Colossus, which was actually recommended to me by somebody in my own chat. The power of the chat, the power of combined minds. I swear to God, this is like a worldwide writer's room, and I absolutely am here for it. Let me open up this Pages document. It's called the outline. Okay. Let me shrink this down. And there we go. Okay. And 12 Angry Men. You know, part of me was thinking, oh, maybe this could be like a short story about the decision to do something. But much like the Executioner novel, the By the Neck novel, really got pulled into the world, into the debate, the philosophy, and how could humanity change if we had solid proof that a God existed? And what better way than to use the hot button technology of one, nuclear proliferation, and AI, artificial intelligence, advanced learning, whatever you want to call it. Um, Historically, the government and defense contractors have always been years ahead of products, if you will, that are available to the average American consumer. So, ostensibly, we could project that the government version of AI being developed by a defense contractor is maybe closer to AGI than an advanced text language learning model. Either way, it is science fiction, so we can take some of those creative liberties. Okay, now we put this in the sky with um, an all-knowing, all-seeing being that can tap into all electronic surveillance, that can punish civilizations um, with its nuclear armament, could literally decide to obliterate the world. Well, how do you get the world on the same page? Well, you give it a common enemy. Um, and the debate is this the enemy, the thing that just united humanity? Uh, I mean, did it unite it in fear? Yes. But is there peace? Yes. It's a subject matter that is philosophically, morally, ethically really tricky. And I imagine it would be fun to explore the factions of humanity that develop outside of not only the generation that has witnessed the birth of this entity, but in the generations that succeed it and have never not known an all knowing, all being sentinel in the sky, so to speak. And that's what I'm interested in. And finally, I think the third book would tackle, well, even if we could defeat it, take it out of commission, or if it's just impossible and its battery runs low, and it's no longer able to do what it promised it could. Do we tell everybody? Hi, Viv. Thanks for finding me again. I appreciate it. So I'm picturing it as a multi-generation, each book taking place with how humanity tries to take back its agency. A book in which humanity has grown up with the notion of having surrendered agency, and the third book dealing with the idea of if we had our agency back, is it in our best interest to take it? Vivian says, never give up. Don't listen to what other people say. Thanks. Yeah, I was never going to give up, but I appreciate that, Viv. And I think anybody else out there who is listening, that's it, Viv. I agree with you. That's the sentiment. Got to find a thing that you are passionate about and do it with your whole heart, free of judgment, as long as it's not hurting you or other people. Claudia Nino Rodriguez. Hi, what a beautiful name. How are you doing? No man is an island itself. I agree. We can't do it alone. It takes a village. There's actually a bunch of expressions that that express that same sentiment, and I think there are a bunch of expressions like that because it is true. Things are cliche because they are true and prove themselves to be true time and time again. Let's take a look at these pages. Good, and you? I'm good, Claudia. Thanks for stopping by and talking with me. I'm just a writer out here in Los Angeles. My name is Derek, and sometimes I live stream, and I'm on Twitch and YouTube Live right now. If you ever want to check out the work that I'm doing, but yeah. You can actually see the work being done on screen, but if not, if you like lurking here, happy to talk to you here too. Sometimes I will be addressing the chat that is on my Twitch and YouTube as well. For instance, Mookie MC is catching me up on his life. He says, other than the newspaper work, I finished the script for the producer who lets everybody stop and take a small break. Yes, Mookie finishing a script. So many people cannot finish a script, and I gotta tell you, that is a big deal. Getting to the end of something as a writer, we give ourselves so many reasons to procrastinate. Congratulations, Mookie. You deserve it. I finished the script for the producer who wanted something on a story idea of his, and how I'm starting to write a sequel for the script I co-wrote that was made into a movie. The Forbin Project. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Colossus, the Forbin Project. I think it's always important to put your comps too, so let's do that. My comps are the movie Failsafe, and Colossus, the Forbin Project. It must have been you who recommended it to me, right, Mookie? And 12 Angry Men. How now for the post above? Oh, I see. I see. Mook, you had something. If you had something made into a movie, how come you haven't told us what the title of it is, and how come you haven't given me a chance to see it? And then let's see. Viv says, read this book called. Wonder if it's a book about a boy who is. Oh, Wonder. Wonder. I am familiar with Wonder. It's a book about a boy who is deformed and goes to school and makes friends during the school year. It's really interesting and cool. Yeah. Uh, I've heard it was really good. I have not yet read it. I do know that there's a movie star. They made it into a movie. I think maybe Owen Wilson's in it. Um, that is on a very long queue of books that I need to read. Right now, the book that I'm reading is called The Remains of the Day. And yes, Claudia, I do have pets. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you sub, I'll bring out my dog, Sugar. And you'll get to see one of the cutest little Boston Terriers you've ever seen in your life. Let's see. Do 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 do. Yeah. Hey Claudia, did you do it? Did you like and subscribe? Let me know. And you'll get to see a dog. That goes for all of you. All two of you. All right. I think you know what's a little less interesting as an outline. Do you guys want to see the rough draft? Because I feel like I started writing a pilot version of this. My first iteration of this was a series. And I'm going to tell you right now, I did what all writers shouldn't do. And I opened on a dream sequence. But yeah! Viv, all the celebrating. But maybe I'll read that. Maybe I'll read the opening pilot to you. I had this very visceral. It's bad. It's speaking of like cliche or amateur. Um, it's not great to start on a dream, but I'm writing the bad drafts first, and maybe this could end up going somewhere in the um in the middle, so you don't start on a dream, or maybe I can turn it into reality in some sort of way. What am I doing? Go into my OBS. Claudia, bye. Hey, did you just subscribe? Do you want to see the pet before you go? Because I got it here. Viv says I need 6 more subs. Oh my god. Oh my god. That would be cool. 6 more subs. 6 more subs. Preview. I'll put that. That's under the pages document. Where did I put it? Let me try. Oh, PDF. That's it. Okay. Here we go. I'll read something to you. Oh, you did? Okay. Here we go. Sugar, it's time to make an appearance. Can I wake you up from your nap? Your subscribers. Okay, yeah. This is Sugar. Hey, Sugar, say hi. Is my baby girl. And she's so sweet. That's why we called her Sugar. And she loves to give kisses like that. Yeah, yeah, okay. How about this? I'm gonna hang tight. I'm gonna give Sugar a little treat, okay? She deserves it. Here we go. Hang tight. Oh, here you go. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much. Sugar has been paid for her online appearance. She loves the sweet potato fries. All right, bye. Thanks so much for hanging out, Claudia. I appreciate you. What is it? Let's see. How's Mook doing? Always great to see Sugar. Oh shit. You told me a long time ago. I already forgot. Let me do this right now. Starting on Amazon Prime, now available on YouTube. Has 21 million views. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this right now, Mook. I'm gonna do this while you're online. I'm gonna go support you. Tell me for the third and final time. I'm gonna watch this, baby. Vivian, I am writing about a boy that has one wish. You know what I really like about that, Vivian? High, high stakes. To have one wish to do, well, maybe the wish is for anything. Maybe there's limits on the wish. But to have one, ooh, the stress, right? I can already sense the internal conflict. All right, Mook. Thank you so much for sharing that link. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I bet. Trying to figure out what to spend it on. Okay, Mook. Sorry, I got to do the unskippable ads first. Romance on the Ranch. Full romance movie. Mook, you know what would be just super cool? Do you ever want to do like a screening of your own movie and talk about it? Like, I mean, hey, I would watch you stream if you were to, have this running in the background and talk about your process of writing it. And for anybody else out there who is not on Twitch, we have to go and support Mookie MC's work here. From Candlelight Media Group, we have Romance on the Ranch, full romance movie starring Susan Pereira? Pereira? Man, I hope I didn't slaughter that name too bad. Chris Reed and Brando White. Oops. Hold on. I'm hearing myself. Let me mute myself. And then Mook, do you mind if I play a little bit of this? It would be really cool to like share your first 5 pages, like and how it comes across on screen. You tell me. I don't know what is crossing the line or what's not, what you want to do. Yeah, you're right. Wait, use an ad blocker on YouTube for your thing or use an ad blocker on Twitch for my thing? I try and tell people to go to the YouTube channel so you can watch ad free, That's the best way to do it. But Mook, how do you feel about me? Like, bye, Vivian. Thank you so much for coming in. And also, let us know how your story goes. I hope to see you again and tell me like the progress that you're making. And if you ever want to share your work, we can talk about it. It'd be really cool. I'd love to know some of the conclusions that you come to. whenever you're writing about the high stakes of being able to only have one wish and get it perfect. Let me see. Oh, during the movie? Oh, I see. Okay, well, let me see what I can do. 1 second. So I want to grab media. No, a browser. Browser. Let's go on YouTube. Screening. And then we'll grab this. Or should I do a window capture? It's been a while since I've had to do this. Let me undo this PDF. Pull this. Romance on the Ranch. Let's interact with it. Where is it? I can't wait to do this. Ah, I'm so excited. Where is it? Where did it fucking go? Man, I'm so bad at technology sometimes. Kadikiwa, what's up? Oh, there we go. Thanks. Okay, here we are. Oh, I got a transition too. Man, I'm a mess. Okay. It's happening. Let me stop it so I can go back and start it properly. Okay. Oh, shit. All right. So, Mook, is there anything that you would like to tell us before we start screening a little bit of Brave browser? Well, I don't want to waste any more time like downloading and stuff. But like, let's watch the first, like 5 minutes or something, and you can tell us about writing the first 5 minutes of your script format and what you were trying to accomplish, and like tell us how it translated and what your idea was, and then how it got filtered through the actors and the director and then the editing. I'm really curious. Okay. So here we go. 2.52 million subscribers on Spark TV. That's insane. Something you see at the 50-second mark is key. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So, still didn't mute myself. Okay. Now we're ready. Now we're ready for Romance on the Ranch. See, here we go. Mm.
so brave. So brave to be here. Thank you.
Mm.
She's the sister of the bride you used to date.
Ooh.
I don't know how you do it. I would feel so awkward. Nice to see you too. Where do I see the picture? The picture's gonna be a surprise for Mike and Emily. But where is it? On the film inside the camera. Huh? The image is captured onto the roll. It's like a magic box that holds the image you took. And when the box is all full, the bride and groom will get to see all the lovely photos you took, capturing a special moment in time. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Vivian, have a great night.
No, what happened? I tripped and skinned my knee.
Mm.
I always carry Band-Aids in my bag for emergencies just like this.
Smart.
So embarrassed. I don't want to ruin Emily's special night. No, you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't worry. You're the best flower girl I've ever seen. Really? Yeah. All better? Thank you, Sarah. May I have your attention, please, as I raise a brief toast to my lovely sister and her new husband. They say you don't marry the person you can live with. You marry the person you can't live without. That sums up Emily and Mike perfectly. One of my happiest memories is of my father taking Emily and me hiking somewhere in the mountains out west when we were little. Dad would always give us advice.
Mm.
One I fondly remember, which I'm sure he would have told you tonight, is that happy marriages begin when we marry the one we love, blossom when we love the one we marry. Mom and Dad exemplified this perfectly, and I'm sure they're looking down on you from heaven with the happiest of smiles. To the happy couple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember those hiking trips. We were just little, but I still have the photo of the three of us together. Where did we go? Wish I knew. Somewhere out west.
Is that why you always talked about going west?
Ever since I can remember, Sarah has wanted to go, but she never will. Yes, I will. Really? When? Sooner than you think.
Mm-mm. Sarah goes west.
Place, buy a camper and go. I'll believe it when I see it.
I saw that my
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Here, I'll let this ad run silently. But here's what I'd like to talk about while this ad runs. Oh, can I skip it already? Oh, that was fast. Mookie says, something you see at the 50-second mark is key. Lol. Around the 50-second mark, the spec script got changed quite a bit, but a large majority stayed, including a few of my jokes or funny moments. It's basically a Hallmark-style romance thing. This opening scene was not something me and my co-writer did. Interesting. So we have two writers on the script, and neither of them wrote one of the most important scenes to the movie, the intro where we meet everybody, right? Tell us about that, Mookie. Who did write that? And Mookie says a real life thing that happened to me also made it to the final cut, which was cool. Well, I want to know what that is. And Ronnie Brady, hello. How's it going? Good to see you. I'm going to wait for Mookie to answer here. I'm going to restart this bad boy. But, Mook, I want to know at what point is what you wrote happening? Here's what I do know from the opening. We know that our main character's name is Sarah. She is interested in photography. She does not use a digital camera. We have film being used, and we know from other people that she is the sister of the bride who used to date the groom. She is the sister who used to date the groom. Yeah, that's it. And their father is dead, to put it bluntly. Sorry, it just sounded weird coming out like that. And she has dreamed of going west, but hasn't. So to me, I find that we have a character who needs to undergo a change. Somebody who is a photographer is trying to maybe preserve moments. Maybe she is stuck in the past or in love with the past in some sort of way, if that's maybe a metaphor that is tracking. And let's see. The director wrote the opening. It was necessary to set up some later dynamics and to account for a casting change. Oh, ballsy. The mood of the opening is the same, but involves different characters in a different situation. So can you tell us like what it changed from and what it we just saw what it was, but can you give the audience a little hint here about what the original thought process was? I know I'm interested. This is the stuff that grabs my attention. While Mookie writes his response, let's keep watching a little bit. Oh, here it is. It changed from Sarah wanting to go west to explore to Sarah needed to go west to escape. Interesting. So you raised the stakes. You raised the stakes. Lovely. Okay, let's see what happens to Sarah.
When were you planning on telling me? To go on my honeymoon to come back and find out you're all packed and ready to go. I said I was going to do it. Are
Oh,
you serious?
that happened really fast.
Because of Mike and me? Maybe a little. You know how hard it was when Mike broke up with me for you. But I came to terms with it, and I'm happy for you both. I'm totally over Mike. Still, though, people keep talking about it. They treat me as if I'm the sister that lost. Sarah, I don't know what to say. On your wedding day, I was looking through the lens and I saw you not posing for a photo, but in a candid moment, you looked so happy. Really happy. I feel that too. I can't find that if I stay here. I think you're gonna find something better out west. That's what I want. It's exciting. It's gonna be different. What are you gonna do for work? I have a job lined up at a hospital in Nevada. Nevada? Things haven't been all that bad here, have they? I have so many good memories.
Music swells.
Look at me here. This is what I want to feel again. To be at home and happy in a way I haven't been for a while. Mom always said to shoot for the stars. That's what I'm doing. Things won't be the same without you here.
I just want to pause. One, is the mom dead too? Such drama. And then two, the first thing that I see whenever I see that picture and her saying the lines, I just want to get back to this. It's like, well, I feel like the last remaining person who is alive in that photo, you indeed are leaving. And the photo is of you guys together. So I'm thinking that Mookie and the co-writer here have created a little visual foreshadowing that maybe she was home all along, but that could just be me. Let's keep going.
You too.
Oh, there's a dog. Oh, yeah. Good job, Mookie, putting a dog in here. Okay. Pulling away from the city.
Ready to go on 50.
Boom. Country.
Can't wait to meet everyone. Yeah.
Dog enjoying it. Loving the dog. Mook, tell me more about the dog as well. Easy to work with on set? Scene stealer. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh. Oh, dang. She going into deep country.
Fresh air and freedom can really wear a girl out. Come on, Dakota. Let's go to bed.
Dakota.
All day adventures.
Dog nailed it. Oh, this dog's getting so many treats.
Could you use a hand?
No, I.
Here.
Well, yes. Please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, hello there, boy.
This is Dakota.
Well, hello, Dakota. I'm Frank.
Sarah.
Are you new in town?
I'm just passing through. There you are, Frank.
I'm just getting some fresh air and making some new friends.
Oh, hi.
Oh, oh.
What is it, boy?
Yes, what is it, boy?
You better get going, but good to meet you both. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you and Dakota.
Come on, boy.
Well, I have a feeling Frank and Nurse will come back into play. Ah, here's love interest. You could tell by the cowboy hat and the slow turn to camera. What I like about him is consistency. Cowboy hat off for the ride, cowboy hat on from the walk from the parking lot to the school, hat off in school.
This type of behavior is unacceptable and will not be tolerated.
Make sure she knows it.
Fortunately, this is not the first time it happened. Something has to change.
Ooh.
This will be her last one.
I'll talk to her and make sure this doesn't happen. Let's go, girly.
Pass him.
Kid drama.
Put your seatbelt on.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. You want to tell me what happened?
That boy,
Hmm.
Maverick, pulled me
Axe high.
and they punched me in the nose.
Is your hand okay?
It hurts a little, but I did just what you told me to when someone called me a name. I said, and I asked if he really meant it. And then I punched him for it.
What did he call you?
Purdy.
What?
Said it was Purdy. No.
It means pretty or beautiful.
Purdy. Pretty good. As a person who grew up in the South, I appreciate the turn of phrase. Axe, what's up? He said Bad Bunny. Oh, commercial. Okay, so how far are we into this? Do we watch the... What a terrible visual to stop on. Let me check and see what Mookie's up to. I would love to get more. We're actually getting some commentary from the writer who wrote Romance on the Ranch. Y'all, this is an exclusive. Mookie, is this your first Q&A about this? Have you done press before? Skip this. Sarah's still traveling. Let's pause. Let's visit. Okay, so Mookie is saying that also, just to be clear, I did not write the scene where the lead male actor was shirtless later in the movie. Lol. Sure, Mookie, sure. Hide behind your co-writer. The dog was there from the beginning. Dakota, I'm sorry. Also, the name of the real dog. Fantastic. I love it. Axe says, I have to take a shower. Shower? Okay. That is very important. Get clean. I appreciate you being here. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Always helps out. But if not, it's your world. Do you. Okay, so now we have. Let me account for what we have learned in the first. Forget how much time we've spent on watching. 9 minutes. So basically around the 10-minute mark. We're around the 10-minute mark. So, as a good rule of thumb, we should have met every character that's going to be integral to the plot by now. I'm sure we're going to be introducing some more tertiary characters when it comes to the ranch life. But we have met our protagonist, and her name is Sarah. Sarah must escape the life that she is living right now to head west. Just in that direction, she has a job in Nevada lined up. Her sister married her ex-boyfriend, which was kind of the inciting incident. Even though she's over him, she has just felt like people won't stop talking about it and essentially needs an internal win, a fresh start, as it were. She packs up Dakota, her dog, gets an RV and starts heading west. She meets Frank, who is an elderly person in a wheelchair. So far, that's kind of all we know. And he has a nurse that's looking after him. And we have met love interest. I'm going to call him Tight Shirt right now because I can't remember his name if it was mentioned yet. But Tight Shirt has a daughter who is feisty, gets in trouble, and is on her final warning whenever he goes to pick her up from the principal's office for fighting, as indicated by her opponents / crushes, bloody nose. Okay, so now that we've taken stock of everything, let's see where this is headed. Mook, feel free to keep throwing out commentary. This is fun. Here we go.
That was a good stop, wasn't it, boy? You said it's away. This is not what I meant when I said slow down. Hi, can you hear me? Oh, yeah, I'm here. My truck broke down and I need some help. Help is on the way. We should stop. Make sure everything's okay.
Doesn't look like anyone's there.
Just in case.
This is our meet cute.
Hi.
Need some help? I think we got it covered. Thanks, though.
We?
Hi, boy.
Oh yeah, dog makes an appearance.
I'm Sam. This is my dad, Aiden.
You sure you're all right? It's a waste of town.
Help's already on the way.
Okay.
All right, she's got agency. He doesn't. She doesn't need rescuing. Oh, but wait.
Shut
Hmm.
up on the way.
What's the right thing to do?
I don't know. Believe women.
I thought you said
I'm teasing you, Mook.
Just doesn't feel right leaving.
I appreciate the concern, but
It's no trouble. Like my daughter said, I made it.
nice to meet you.
You're not from around here, are you?
From Chicago.
My dad could take a look.
I guess.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, the dog high fives.
Fine for the past 1,000 miles, and then out of the blue, it just stopped.
What kind of noise was she making?
Noise?
Rattling,
She?
clicking, or more of a whining sound?
Whining?
I'd say you either have a bad water pump or your drive belt's loose. I'm leaning towards water pump though.
You think that you can diagnose what's wrong with my truck by the noise it's making?
I can't say that's what it is for
Yeah.
sure, but it's a good chance.
He knows his stuff.
So many trucks and trailers. Polka Daughters, what's up? Hello.
Tell me.
Ed McAvoy, at your service. David, Sam,
Nice.
good to see you.
Polka Daughters were watching one of our
Well,
users'
man,
movies
looks
on
like your water
YouTube.
pump is shot. It's a good thing you stopped when you did. Normally this would be a quick fix, just so the last one I had and stuff.
Ooh. She's gonna have to stay in proximity to the love interest, sounds like.
Well, I don't know if I can wait that long.
Getting the water pump is half the battle. Digging deep into the engine to install it, putting everything back together again, that's what you may call the tedious part, but I'll get it done as fast as possible.
Well, should I just follow you back into town?
You can ride
Check
with
it
me
out.
as I tow your truck into Harmony, then I'll come back tomorrow for the camper.
Tomorrow.
I have an idea. Mr. McAvoy, what if you take your truck to Harmony and we can use my dad's truck and tow our camper to the ranch? We can do it.
Then you could all ride together and get to know each other.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Polka
About
Daughters,
15 minutes
appreciate
from
it.
there, 30 minutes from Harmony.
You'll love it. We even have hookups for your camper.
There's an older couple. They help out around the ranch and stay there in the trailer, so we can park you right next to them.
Town of Harmony is a perfect name for a Hallmark movie place.
Okay. That'd be great. Let me just grab a few things from my truck.
You know, some different music, Mookie. You could recut this into a horror movie.
No trouble.
The old hitchhiker
You sit there.
murder mystery. Ooh. Thrust into it.
The way your cheeks are blushing tells me you do.
This precocious kid. He's gonna force this romance to happen real fast.
Do you mind if we pull over for a minute?
Sure.
Are those wild horses?
They are. The place is left to find them. Mostly in our state and a few surrounding.
Ooh. Been good, Polka Daughters. How have you been? I'll try and go back on my YouTube and make sure those videos are public so you can watch.
That was amazing.
So, photographer? Huh?
Oh, it's just a hobby. I developed my own film too.
Really?
It's a lot easier than you make.
Is there gonna be a scene where they are stuck in a dark room together, Mookie?
Can I see the photos when they're ready?
Of course.
Also, where was this shot? I'm curious.
So, Sarah, you said you're from Chicago?
Born and raised.
And where are you headed?
Nevada. Got a new job at a hospital there. Start pretty soon.
Oh, don't worry. Ed will get your truck working in no time.
Hmm.
Ever been
Busy. I have
invited to
2
Mountain
weeks
before?
left of college.
I was around
2
for
weeks left of
years.
college. Polka Daughters. You're so close, baby. You're so close to being let out into the real world. Being totally unprepared for it.
Isn't it, Dad?
Yeah, sure is.
I wish I knew where this was. Exact spot would be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Oh my god, they're gonna find the spot. Is that going to be a third act romantic gesture, Mookie? The thing that maybe reunites them after a little drama?
Get you set up.
Let's see, we'll get to a nice round number. Mook, I said I do like the first 5, but I'm compelled. We'll get to 20 and then we'll stop. And everybody has to go and buy this thing and, I guess, buy it, watch it. Make sure you keep getting the views. You guys can't just mooch off of me watching Romance on the Ranch.
Brothers or sisters?
Semester's almost done.
My mom can
You freshman, sophomore, junior, like where are you at?
I'm so sorry to hear that.